This video is a full color grading tutorial for beginners in Premiere Pro. If you don't know where the color page is, go up to here to where it says workspaces, press on it, go down to where it says color, and then press on that, and now you're on the color page. So we have our normal screen here, our source viewer and our bin still, and all of these options to cut and that kind of thing. The main thing that's different is we have this here, all of these options. We're going to go through every single one, starting off with basic correction. So first one, auto color. Let's say we go to this clip here, press auto color, it will auto color it for us. It does actually look a lot nicer. You have an intensity, so you can increase it or you can decrease it. I'll probably just keep it about 50% really. And you have an option to reset it here, and then there is a reset button which you would use for your other things. And then with this bit here, we have one bit called color and one bit called light. So we first have white balance. If you press on it like this, it will change your color. So if you want to undo any of this, just press Ctrl Z and it should undo this. If you want to redo it, press Ctrl Shift Z, just in case you didn't know that. We next have temperature, so it'd either make it more orange or more blue. Usually somewhere in the middle is quite good, just kind of depends on your clip. Again, to reset, you press this or that up there. And then you have tint, so it's the same thing, it'll be green or pink. Again, probably someplace in the middle is probably best off. And then same thing with the reset. And then we have saturation. And then if you move it to the very end here, it's very, very colourful and very, very saturated. Same thing with the reset ones, I'm not going to go over it anymore. We have light, so you have exposure, so it'd be very bright or very dark. You have contrast, so this seems to make it a bit more blurry when you move it like this, and then not very blurry. You have highlight, so this would of course highlights the more brighter bits, as you can see. And you have shadows, so this will obviously make a shadow. You have white, this will make it more white, and then blacks, this will make it more black, so the more darker things. And then for the whites it's the same. Okay, so now that you've done that, go up to here to where this little arrow is, press on it, and this whole bit will go away. And if you open up the next bit here, which is creative, you have an intensity, so you can increase or decrease the intensity. And then you have all of these options here, so you have adjustments. You have like a faded film, it could be all faded. You can sharpen it, as you can see. Vibrant, which makes like black or white already saturated. And then you have saturation again. Now we have these color wheels next. So you have like a shadow tint, so it'll add a bit more of like a shadow of the color. Then you have like a highlight one, which will just highlight it. I like using color wheels, they are actually really useful. And then you have a tint balance. Let's just move it to green, really high or really low. So 0, you'd have nothing. If it was in the middle, it'd be in the middle, and then the highest, it'll be the highest. Okay, so now that you've done this section, press on the top again, and then press on the next one, which will be called curves. So you have all of these options here. I'll show you the top one, because then with the other ones, you'll just understand them. So you have the option to increase darkness or the brightness, and you can move it all across and all around. To reset it again, press that. And you have the option to do it with red, green, and blue. And you have all of these down here, where you can change different parts, but I think you should have a play around with each one and see which ones you like. And they're all basically the same, they're just a little bit different. It's pretty much that really. Press on curves and then go onto color wheels and maps. So you have a face detection, which you can do. You have these here, so you have mild tones, you can reset it again up here. You have shadows, so we can do shadows, and then highlight, and we've done highlights already. Now we're going to go into HSL secondary. You have multiple different paint options here which you can pick from. You've got like red, yellow, green, I'm going to assume that's cyan, blue, purple, and grey. You have these options here, color grey, color black, color white. You turn it on, off. There's a reset button, you can denoise it. See, it looks very corrupted. You can even blur it as well. Then you have a correction wheel here where you can change the color, and then you have all of the same ones that we've gone over here on the lumetri panel. So if you press on this again and press on the Jeanette, sorry, I've never said that before, I might have said it wrong. You have the amount, midpoint, you can see there's like a slight difference there. Roundness, got the roundness of it, and then you have the feather. Watch this video if you're interested, subscribe.